hospital bed, clinging to your lifeless child, praying he or she makes it through the night and you just have one more day with your child. That is exactly how parents feel of unvaccinated children when the doctor comes in and tells them they contracted measles or any other vaccine-preventable disease. As a mother of 3 young children, I've done my parental duties to keep them as healthy as possible by vaccinating them. Not only am I protecting my child, but I'm also protecting your loved ones. Children nowadays come in contact with many people at the park, Walmart, or even the grocery store. In today's speech, I'm going to persuade you to vaccinate your children. I chose this topic because of the recent danger our state is facing. Recently, a Tennessee man traveled through our state with measles and now has the whole state in chaos in the Hattiesburg area. This is an area I take my children to frequently. I plan to convince you to vaccinate your children based on 3 important factors: what vaccines prevent, why you should be concerned about the unknown Tennessee man, and the benefits of vaccines. Vaccines can prevent your children and family members from deadly diseases, many of which have not been eradicated. Measles, mumps, rubella, varicella, also known as chickenpox, and whooping cough are just a few to name. The CDC has created an immunization schedule to help parents know when it's time for their children to receive vaccines. This schedule is given to you by your pediatrician or your local health department. The CDC states, not receiving all doses of a vaccine leaves a child vulnerable to catching serious disease. With that being said, it is very important as a parent to stay up to date on all vaccines. An example of how deadly vaccine-preventable diseases can be is the increased number of whooping cough in babies on the West Coast. The CDC said in 2016 more than 17,000 cases of whooping cough were reported. If each parent chose to vaccinate their child, those numbers would cease to rise and children would live longer. If you or someone you know may have recently traveled through Hattiesburg between April 9th and April 11th, you may want to pay attention. WDAM reports top officials from the Mississippi Department of Health have alerted Mississippians of a measles exposure in the Hattiesburg area. Yes, you heard me correctly, measles. A man from Tennessee diagnosed with measles traveled through our area, stopping at gas stations, fast food restaurants, and even the mall. All of these areas are heavily populated with teenagers, young children, and elderly. You may have been at one of these locations. Measles is a highly contagious virus that is passed through direct contact or the air. The virus infects the respiratory tract and then it spreads through the entire body. The World Health Organization, also known as WHO, reported approximately 110,000 people died from measles in 2017, mostly children under the age of 5 who had not been vaccinated. What if that was your child or someone you knew? The first signs of measles is a high fever, which begins 10 to 12 days after exposure, a runny nose, cough, red and watery eyes. A rash can appear several days after on the face or neck, and the virus usually lasts 4 to 7 days. Who's at risk of catching these deadly viruses? Unvaccinated children, of course. WHO declares unvaccinated young children are at highest risk of measles and its complications, including death. Would you want that to be your child? So now, go back to that picture in your mind of your child laying in a hospital bed, helpless. Don't let your child be helpless. Protect them with vaccinations. Vaccines can reduce your child's risk of infection with serious deadly disease. Vaccines work with their immune system to build a defense against viruses and keep your child safe. Once your child has encountered germs like bacteria or viruses, their body begins to fight off the infection with antibodies. Vaccines help develop immunity by imitating an infection. Those infections do not cause illness. Some children might experience mild side effects from vaccines like a rash or a low When you vaccinate your child, you're not only protecting your child, but you're protecting other families. Children come in contact with many individuals on a daily basis. Most health insurances cover vaccines. If your private insurance does not, the government offers vaccines at an affordable rate at your local health department. Such a small cost could save your child's life. After hearing such valuable information about vaccines, I hope I have persuaded you to vaccinate your child. Remember, vaccines not only protect your child, they protect others. Unvaccinated children are at highest risk for measles, chickenpox, and whooping cough here in the United States. And lastly, vaccines give you as a parent a sense of safety. Now take a moment and imagine your whole family on a beach trip to Florida. Waves crashing against your feet, the laughter of your kids, and just seeing the innocence of your child playing in the beautiful water. Don't let that moment slip away because you chose not to vaccinate your child.
Can we clap?